Bachpan TV for kids.
Noah was a righteous man who lived in a time when the earth was filled with wickedness and violence. Despite the darkness that surrounded him, Noah remained faithful to God and continued to live a life of virtue and integrity. One day, God spoke to Noah and told him that he had grown tired of the evil that had overtaken the earth. He told Noah that he had decided to send a flood to destroy all living things on the earth, but that he had chosen Noah and his family to be saved. God instructed Noah to build an ark, a large boat that would be able to hold himself, his family, and two of every kind of animal that existed on the earth. Noah was to build the ark using gopher wood and to make it 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. The ark was to have 3 decks and a door in the side. Noah did not question God's instructions, but instead began to build the ark as he had been commanded. It was a massive undertaking, but Noah worked tirelessly, day and night, to complete the task. As he built the ark, the people around him mocked him and called him a madman. But Noah remained steadfast in his faith. After many years of hard work, the ark was finally completed, and Noah and his family began to gather the animals. They searched the earth for 2 of every kind of animal, both male and female, and brought them onto the ark. The animals came from all over the world, and it was a great task to gather them. Noah and his family worked tirelessly to care for them and to make sure that they were comfortable during their journey. Finally, the day came when the rains began to fall. It started slowly, but soon the skies opened up, and the rain came down in torrents. The earth shook as the waters rose, and the ark began to float. For 40 days and 40 nights, the rain poured down, and the ark was tossed about on the waves. Noah and his family, along with the animals, were safe inside, but it was a terrifying experience. As the days passed, the waters continued to rise until they covered even the highest mountains. Everything on the earth was destroyed, and only the ark remained afloat. Finally, after many months, the rain stopped and the waters began to recede. Noah sent out a raven and then a dove to see if there was any dry land. The dove eventually returned with an olive branch in its beak, a sign that the waters had begun to recede. Noah waited patiently for the waters to recede completely, and finally, the ark came to rest on the top of a mountain. Noah and his family, along with the animals, stepped out of the ark and onto the dry ground. Noah was filled with gratitude to God for saving him and his family, and he built an altar and offered a sacrifice to God. God was pleased with Noah's offering, and he made a covenant with him, promising never to destroy the earth with a flood again. As a sign of his covenant, God set a rainbow in the sky, and Noah knew that he and his family would be safe from harm. The animals were released from the ark, and they went forth and multiplied, filling the earth with life once again. Noah lived to be 950 years old, and he remained faithful to God for his entire life. His story has been passed down through the ages and has become a symbol of hope and salvation for all who hear it.
Thank you. Please like and subscribe Bachpan TV.